Hi guys, come get you with another video. Um, and I obviously have my hair cut. It was just falling out in a handful when I was brushing my hair, and I have I had very thick hair, and so I'd brush it and then have to keep on cleaning out the brush, and so I had uh, my mom cut it, and it's still coming out. I don't know if you can see just all these little tiny hairs coming out, and I went to the doctor a day or two ago, and I'm on medication because I have little sores on my head from the tiny hairs, and it's itchy and everything. And so I have some antibiotics that are helping so it clears up and they're not as itchy. Um, but I was saying before how I'm getting supported, and so this video is to show the support that I've gotten so far. Um, so the first one is from my friend Phyllis, and she sent a beautiful card, and she wrote a nice note. And then I was talking to my friend Jamie on Facebook, and she was asking what I liked and all this kind of stuff. And she sent me and my mom um, some goodies from Blue Bottle Coffee. And so she gave us mugs, and it's just a simple white mug with a blue bottle on it. And she gave, and there is two of them. So one for me and one for my mom. And then some coffee. And I don't know how to pronounce this kind of coffee. But my mom is a big coffee lover. And so this is just super sweet of her to do. And then I don't know what this is for. I'm not into the big coffee game, so I don't know what this is. But I like, because my nickname's Tree, that it has leaves on it. So if any of you guys know what this means and can tell me what exactly this is for, and then here's the label. I don't know what this is for. Just, I don't know. And then a tote bag. A nice size tote bag. I just gotta make sure I put it back in the Ziploc bag real fast because these tiny hairs are everywhere. I wore a white shirt the other day, and it was all around. There was a full circle around my whole neck. And the day previous to that, I had a polo shirt on that was closer to my neck, and the hair caught so much in the collar that it felt like little spikes. It was all around the collar, and I had to take off the shirt, and my mom shook it out, but it was still all these little tiny hairs and stuff. I'm like, oh no. So hopefully in the wash and all that kind of stuff, those tiny hairs will come out, because it's one of my favorite shirts, and now it has all this hair all around the collar. And I didn't think about it, but me sleeping and stuff, the hair collects and it gets jumbled and all that kind of stuff. So it's disappointing, but I'm really hoping that hair will just come out in the wash. But um, I don't know. And then when I took a shower, I was real concerned. Sorry, about taking a shower because the hair loss, and I just didn't want plumbing problems. That's one of the biggest reasons I was trying to wait for my hair to thin out naturally, and it was just coming out, and it was all over my pillows, and I'm like, if I take a shower, I don't want, with my longer hair, more plumbing problems. So I was thinking with shorter hair, there'll be less likelihood of a plumbing problem. So I took a shower after I got my hair cut. And just the water, I saw all the little hairs going down. So it was a good thing, but also, disappointing because you're seeing all these tiny hairs going down. And so I ran the shower an extra like 10 minutes without me being in there, just so it had some water so it doesn't get gunked out with my hair. That you understand. Um, the next gift of support was I was just looking online for support, and I found this place called Phil's Friends that was not that far away from where I lived, and it had to request a support kit, and so I thought, okay, well, sure, and so they sent me this, and I'm gonna try and get this all in frame. Let's see. So they decorated this box. And it says the person who decorated it. And so in the box, there is a fleece blanket. It's a fleece blanket. And it's great because I didn't realize it until, the hair is gone, that now I'm colder. And I'm so used to when I'm asleep putting my hair in my ears because I'm always concerned that like insects and stuff. Watched way too many videos where insects are in ears. And I don't think that's a common thing, but it freaks me out. And so now I'm like, oh, I don't have ear coverings and I'm colder and all this kind of stuff. And the next thing is the backpack. And in the backpack is information about them, and here's their mission and their vision, and they do care packages, cards of hope, and hospital visits. And then the person running it, Phil, typed a letter, and he fought cancer twice. So that is impressive. And then here are all the people who helped create the box, put the box together. And I was on the site, and you can request a care package, and you can volunteer and donate. And they have events where if you have like a church group or a Girl Scout group or any group, just you and your friends, you can go there and donate your time and pack boxes for cancer patients. And I just think that's really a fun activity for you and your friends to do because you guys are together, but you're also helping other people and being supportive, and it's just really nice. So in there, in the bag, is a Bible, a word seek. Oh, I forgot there's a card. And so there's a card in here. For notes and a pen. Some socks. And I had to laugh because when I opened this, and it's not a laughing matter, but it has a little warning for California, and it says there's a chemical known in the state of California to cause cancer and birth defects. And I'm thinking to myself, and this isn't a cancer bag, so I know in California that there are some things. Like I got a shower curtain before, they had the same warning, and I was a little nervous about that. But I just was reading it in a box that is for support for people who have cancer. You have socks that may or may not give you cancer. It's a little scary. And then a hat. And I've been wearing I wore one or two hats, but um the hair keeps on coming out, and I don't want to ruin the hats because that shirt really, it was ingrained in the collar. So I'm real nervous now about putting things. And then the last few items are in this water bottle. So there's the water bottle and the tissues and a lip balm and moisturizer. And what I've been noticing is, and my mom commented on it also, that I don't know if you can see the color variation on my hand. I think you can clearly see that this is rougher and it has different coloring. Now I do get rough skin here all the time. Every single year when it gets in the colder seasons, I get this rough skin, but not this fast, and it doesn't usually change color. It's just, irritated red. It doesn't change into like a brown or color. So that's weird. And it doesn't usually happen on both hands. It just usually happens on this one, but this one's getting a little bit of it also. So that's very, very weird. But when we went to see the doctor said, well, there might be some skin uh, things, changing of skin. And I'm like, okay, as long as that's, something I shouldn't be real worried about, and I'm not going to be too worried about it. When I went in, the doctor said that my levels were low. So before my third treatment, they're going to check my levels and see. And I'm not particularly sure if my levels are low, what happens if they wait like a day or two, or if they give me some kind of medication and then do chemo. I really don't know. But I'll update you guys and tell you what happens with that, because all he said is, yeah, we'll have it checked to see about chemo. I'm like, okay. And I know the previous appointment with the doctor's APN, he said that my levels were lower, but it was fine for the chemo. So this time they are even lower. So that's why I said every week I go to the doctor, and then the following week I have the chemo, and then next week the doctor. And I was saying every Monday, but Mondays are chemo, and then the next week on Thursday is when I see the doctors. So whatever. I'm fine with that. When I when we were making a schedule for my next chemo and the next doctor's appointments, I um I was freaking out and I started crying because I was adamant that both things happened on a Monday. Both things happened on a Monday, and my mom was explaining to me that they have to have the lab and then have you have chemo within 72 hours. And I was like, no, I see the doctors on Monday and I have chemo on Monday. And she goes, it's never been that way. And I was so adamant. I was so adamant. And the receptionist, like, I have no clue what you're talking about. And I was like, just calm down. And I was crying and I'm like, I'm losing my mind. And I was freaking out in the doctor's office. And it was just, I was real confused. And my mom showed me the previous month of my chemos, the two chemos that I had, and my doctor's appointments. And the chemos were on Monday, the doctor's appointments were on Thursday. But in my head, I was just losing it. And so I've been getting more forgetful. And somebody told me, well, that's chemo brain. And I'm like, I don't like that because I feel nutty. But it wasn't horrible. She was able to show me that I was wrong, so it was fine. Um, so that's all that I have for you for this video. But I did want to show you that there are companies and that send support, and your friends and family send support. And if you're going through this or know somebody who's gone through this, just having support around you really, really does help. And it gives you the strength to look forward to not having cancer and not having to go to a hospital or a center or wherever and just have fun times. I mean, you can have fun times when you have cancer, but you know what I mean. So I hope you guys are having a really, really good day. Alrighty then. Bye bye.